Be my guest, Della Costa. Well, it's supposed to be Della. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite Della Costa forward. Bum, ba, bum.
All right. Good job, everyone. Let's have a couple of announcements. Thank you. Mark your calendar for the upcoming Scholar in Residence Weekend, which is next weekend, May the 6th and 7th. Alan Morinis, founder of the Musa Institute, is our scholar. Alan is the world's leading expert on Jewish spirituality. You will not want to miss any of his lectures. The weekend begins Friday night and several events planned for Saturday. Check your May newsletter for details and schedule. Next Monday night, not this coming a week from Monday, remember the Nevadans for the Common Good convention on Monday, May the 9th, at the Cashman Center. CNT made a commitment to fill a bus with 50 attendees. The bus leaves here at 4:30 p.m. sharp, so we can be at the Cashman Center for the convention, which is from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you have any questions, please check the newsletter or call Temple office and speak with Debbie Luce or Beth Bowman. Shabbat Shalom, Good Shabbos, and Chag Sameach.
All right, it's Passover. The weather decided to cooperate with our holiday. We had hail, and therefore the hail hit the roof, and that's why you have all that mishugas in the foyer, because first came the hail, then the rain, and then it dripped through and caused some damage. So I don't know. I saw some frogs, a little bit of locusts. I don't know. They're going to make Bible believers out of us. But so that's what that mishugas is. The cantor is here in town. She's at Temple Sinai. She's on loan. We started in February launching a new program called Shabbat After Dark. And it's a program for 20s and 30s. And we have our own Shabbos band here. It's not the Shabbatones. It's a new kind of band for that group. And Temple Sinai has one. So we're going back and forth. There'll be about 8 of them throughout the year, and we hope it will work. This is really one of the first major projects we've ever tried to do with our sister congregation, and if it works out, hopefully we'll see many more. I know that, I believe, I could be wrong, but I think it's November, we're going to be hosting a big event with Sisterhood, and we'll also be doing that with Temple Sinai Sisterhood, and Joe Black will be our visiting scholar then, Rabbi Joe Black. So it's nice to have a sister congregation, and it's nice to be together. I'll probably zip off a little bit quickly to make my way over to Temple Sinai. I don't think they're going to be waiting for me, but I hope to catch part of it. It begins at 8:30. Here we were thinking things were moving earlier and earlier, and then we took a poll with that generation. They said, no, we want it late. How many of you remember 1960s, 70s services were at 8:15, right? That's what I grew up with, 8:15. I come here, we were at 8:15, and then we had children's services. We moved it to 7, back and forth, back and forth. Finally, I split the difference, and it was 7:30 for many years. We tried the 6:15 here. Too early for most folks. Once a month or so we do it, and then we have our dinner, and we settled on 7. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a good time for Shabbat to begin, but it's always a good time to come together for Shabbat. And I'm glad that all of you are here. And there's going to be some people who are coming in because I can see them. So if you happen to be a person on the edge, they're going to be a little bit awkward to try to walk over you. Maybe you'll just slide a little bit when they come either this way or that way so that you make room for some of the newcomers. All right? There'll be a few coming. Maxine Molinsky is our guest soloist tonight, and she is by my request, singing one of my favorite songs, since there is now a revival of Fiddler on the Roof. So here we go, Shabbat prayer.
May the Lord protect and defend you. May God always shield you from shame. May you come to be in Israel a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Strengthen us, O Lord, and keep us from the stranger's way. May God bless you and grant you long life. May God keep you and shield you from strife. May the Lord protect and defend you. May God always shield you from shame. Favor us, O Lord, with happiness and peace. Oh, hear our Sabbath prayer. Amen. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. L'chad l'knir shel Shabbat. Shabbat shalom. May you have a peaceful Shabbat shalom. May you have a restful day. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. Bring in the light of Shabbat. I like to call Judy Winnick to light the Shabbat candles.
Eloheinu melech olam, asher kiddushanu bo mitzvotav, vitzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the light of Shabbat. לחלק נר של Shabbat.
So we come together to welcome Shabbat. Turn to your neighbor, perhaps behind you or to the side of you. Introduce yourselves, wish each other good Shabbos. Shalom Aleichem is found on page 142.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zeitchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah B'yamad divra hirutei v'yamlich machutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayedei kol Beit Yisrael bagala Uvizman kariv ve'emeru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam almei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnasei v'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal shamei dekudesha brichu le'lamin kol berchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata damin ran me'ama ve'imeru amen.
We rise for the Baruch Hu 146.
La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach
As we turn the page, this is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? For this is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over?
Baruch atah Adonai, Amari Varavim. Ahavat olam beYisrael Amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu lemadata Otanu lemadata Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shukbeinu uvkumeinu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'devrei Toratecha uv'mitzvotecha leolam v'ed ki em chayenu ve'orech yameinu uvahem negei yomam ve'layla negei yomam ve'layla ve'ahavacha ad yisir miminu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael Ohev amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
May be seated. We have a special version of the Ve'ahavta. Please join. It's Julie Silver's version.
Want the prayer? I just did it. Oh, you want that one? I didn't think I was doing that one. Sorry. I have it. What's he doing? I just did it. Love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. Teach them faithfully unto your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise. Bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be a symbol between your eyes. Write them on the doorpost of your house and upon your gates, and upon your gates. Teach them faithfully unto your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise, and when you rise.
157, we read responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
Heaven declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Join me. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehadar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot osei fele, nora tehilot osei fele. Malchutecha ra'u v'necha mokei hayam lifnei Moshe ve'elianu ve'amru Adonai imloch Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Vishamru Begifrael et HaShabbat Lasot et HaShabbat Ledorotam Meritolam Beni Uvein Bnei Yisrael Oti Leolam Ki sheshet yamin Asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayi nafash.
Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city, but prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. We rise for the Tefillah 164, 166.
Adonai sefatai titak ufi agita hilatecha. Adonai, open of my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vesacher Chazdei Avot V'Imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Osher Moshia Umagein Baruch atah Adonai Magein Avraham Ratzara Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai Mechaye Hakol Atah Rav Lehoshia Mechakel Chaim Bechesed Mechaye Hakol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umachaye Emunato Lishanei Afar Michamocha Ba'el Giverot Umidom Melach Mele Memit Umachaye Umatzmiach Yeshua V'neiman leto lechayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye hakol.
We continue reading at our own pace through page 179. As you complete your prayers at that time, be seated.
Yehu ratzonim refi, Yehu ratzonim refi, V'hegyu וגואלי. Oh, may the words of my mouth, the meditations of my heart be acceptable before thee. O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Oh, say shalom bin Ramah. Huya, say shalom aleinu. Ve'ako Yisrael. Ve'imru, ve'imiru. Amen.
371 is our Misha Baruch prayer. If you would like to say the name of someone special to you who is in need of our prayers, or the name of someone who is a caregiver who gives of themselves tirelessly, please stand, say their names. So many people are part of our lives, and we pray for them, that God will be with them on their journey of healing and of strength. Del, did you have a name to add to? Okay. Let's all rise as we join together in support of one another. Misha Baruch.
Misheberach Avotenu Mikor habracha Laimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor abracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
May be seated. Good Shabbos, everyone. So So every once in a while, I read something that a colleague wrote, a story that they shared, and I thought, well, it might be fun, interesting, perhaps touching to pass it along. And tonight will be one of those evenings. Colleague Rabbi Jack Reamer shared a story that will be intertwined in my words tonight. So there's an expression that you and I have heard when we were kids. Well, even if you know no other words of Yiddish, you probably have heard these words, be gesund, right? In case there's anyone here who doesn't know it, it means that it's okay as long as you have your, right, as long as you have your health. I imagine that if you were like me, you did not really appreciate this expression when you were a child. My grandma used to say it to me all the time. As long as you have your health, everything's okay. Well, what about, a roof over your head? What about, money? What about a fancy car, Grandma? What about, and Grandma lived to be a few hours short of 100. She lived a long life, but sadly, the last 10 years were not ones of good health. And so, as she aged and I aged, I took heed. She used to always say, are you working out? Are you exercising? Are you playing tennis? Are you doing something? Not that she did any of those things, but she wanted to make sure that I did. And so I tell you a story about health and how precious it is today. And I want to tell you a story that says that if you have your health and if you have someone to love and if you have someone who loves you, that you're blessed and you should be very grateful. Might be a bit of a cliche, but with every cliche there is behind it, I think, some profundity of truth. Now, for Reform Jews, this was the last day of Pesach. For the rest of the world, tomorrow, right? That's why we have the matzah there, just to be respectful. So some of us could be munching on a sandwich right now, and the rest of us are back to P&J and matzah, okay, until tomorrow night. But because it is the last day of Pesach, I thought it would be fun to tell you this story that I mentioned, which takes place at Hanukkah. All right? So this is a story that took place at Hanukkah. What can I tell you? It's a good story. And just listen. Because when you hear this story, perhaps it'll make you think a little bit. It's the story of a woman named Rena Friedman. I never met her. It's a simple story, and it tells us an account that was written in a journal that she wrote. She was a school teacher who worked in a Jewish day school, and like her children, she was looking forward to Hanukkah and a break from all the pressures and problems of school. She and her family were looking forward to having a Hanukkah treat, and so they decided that they would go out to one of their favorite restaurants for a meal on the first night of Hanukkah. They went, and a hostess at the door greeted them, and they were shown to a table. Then they waited, and they waited, and they waited, and they waited, and guess what happened? Nada, zip. It was like as if they were invisible. No one came to take their order. How many of you have experienced that? Yeah, probably all of us. They waved at every waiter who went by, but every waiter said the same thing. We'll be right with you in just a moment. And no one came to take their order. And after about 25 minutes of waiting, the kids were getting cranky, and so were their parents. Mrs. Friedman noticed that all the attention seemed to be at the other end of the restaurant, in the party room. I'm going over there, she said. I want to know why they are getting served and why they all seem to be having a great time while we're sitting here waiting and we're being ignored. Her husband tried to stop her. He said, no, just leave it alone, just leave it alone. Obviously, Hanukkah is not such a great night to go to a restaurant. This was obviously a Jewish neighborhood. And we'll come back another time. But she shook him off and said, no, I don't want to go home because if I do, I'll have to make dinner, and I'm in no mood to do that. Let me at least go and check out what is going on in that party room. Maybe I can find a spare waiter. And so with a sigh, her husband let her go. Years of experience had taught him that when his wife made up her mind, that was it. There was no point arguing with her. So Rena walked to the other side of the room, and what a sight she saw there. There were balloons and dreidels and menorahs everywhere. There were at least 50 people sitting at the different tables. There was a big sign on the wall that said, "Happy Hanukkah, we are here to celebrate the miracle." And next to the sign was a big card which evidently everyone at the party had signed. And the thing that made the biggest impression on her was how happy all these people seemed to be. You could feel the happiness in the room. She thought to herself, I know Hanukkah is supposed to be a happy holiday, but isn't this a little bit much? There was smiling and hugging and laughing all over the room, especially at the head table where the guests of honor were sitting. Rena stood there and forgot all about her hunger. She forgot all about her impatience, and she watched one guest after another go up to the couple who were sitting at the head table, hug them and kiss them, and give them a beautifully wrapped present. And as she watched this outpouring of love, a feeling of envy filled her heart. You know, it's not fair. I will never have a Hanukkah party like this one, with so many people present. You see, I don't have this many relatives, and if I did, I would not invite most of them to the party, because we don't get along with each other. You know, I got my husband, my kids, but I would do anything to have a family gathering like this one. And then she said to herself with some bitterness, well, why her and not me? The black, cold feelings of envy and self-pity enveloped her. She had to sit down for a moment to catch her breath, and she said, I can at least watch this party for a few minutes, even if I will never have one like it. And then a wild impulse entered her mind. Why not go over and wish this woman a happy Hanukkah? I can pretend to be part of the group. She'll never know. Maybe she saw one too many Seinfeld episodes. And so she got up and she walked over to the head table. You don't know me, but I saw how lovely your party was. And so I just thought I'd come over and wish you a happy Hanukkah. The woman looked at her and smiled, but Mrs. Friedman could tell by the way she looked into her eyes that she sensed that something was not quite right. 1 minute, Si, she said to her husband. I want to talk to this young woman for just a moment, if I may. She took Rena Friedman's hand and began walking her away from the table. Oh, no, it's okay. I didn't mean to disturb you. Please, go back to your group. Sit down, please, said Rena. I will in a moment, the woman said, but first I need to tell you something. And with that, she put her arm around Rena Friedman's shoulders and led her to a quiet corner of the restaurant. You see, the woman said, I saw you staring at the party, and I could tell that you must be wondering, what is going on? Maybe you even wish that this was your party. Isn't that so? Well, how could you possibly know that? Rena wondered to herself. She could feel her cheeks burning with embarrassment. She nodded shyly and looked down at the floor. The woman reached out her hand and lifted Rena's face, and as she did, her kind eyes glazed into hers. I want to explain to you this party and what it's all about. And then you will see that you have nothing to be envious about. Believe me, nothing at all. Rena looked at her in disbelief. What do you mean nothing to envy? All these presents piled up high? All these people who obviously love you? What is she talking about? What does she mean? I have nothing to envy. The woman looked at her and said, do you know what this party is for? I assume it's for Hanukkah. Well, it is, but not exactly, the woman said. You see, the reason all these people are here is because this is a very special Hanukkah for me. The reason it is special is because the doctors told me a few months ago that I would never live to see it. Rena gasped in shock. Yes, the woman said, I have no family left either, like you. Those guests you see over there, They are all the nurses and the doctors who saved me from my heart attack. Over there, that's my private nurse, who I have to have with me at all times. And over there is my husband. He was my teenage sweetheart. Would you believe that? I would never have made it back from the surgery without him. He is the only family I have left in the world. There is also a dietitian at the table to make sure that I only eat what is on my diet. No latkes for me this year. Another reason why my husband is giving this party tonight is because I probably won't make it to next Hanukkah. But he does not know that I know this. He thinks it is a secret, and I let him think so that he will not be upset. It is such a heavy burden for me to carry. All this pretending that I don't know, but I do it for his sake. That is why I had to tell someone. As she said this, she gave Rena a look as if they were conspirators. Do you have family, my dear? Rena was speechless, but she raised a shaky hand and pointed over there to her husband and children, who were patiently waiting for her, wondering what was going on. Yeah, I see them now. I see your husband and kids. They look so sweet, so young, so healthy. You see, my dear, you are so lucky. I hope that you know that you are. And with that, the woman took her hand and squeezed it and gave her a smile. And then she straightened her shoulders, put on a smile, and made her way back to her party. Rena Friedman just stood there, her eyes flowing with tears, choking back the words that welled up in her throat. She felt so mortified, so embarrassed. How could she have forgotten what was really important and what was not? She had her health. She had a good family. She had a good home. And yet she was angry because the service in the restaurant was slow. She was envious because she thought this woman had a bigger family than she did. Rena came back to her table a much wiser woman. What happened to you, darling? Her husband said. You were gone so long, and I'm sorry, but I still have not gotten anyone to serve us. That's okay. There's no rush. It's Hanukkah. It's a time for families to be together. The rest doesn't matter. You're right. You're absolutely right. And she looked at her husband with a new sense of love, and she looked at her kids. Having them in my life is such a miracle. I am truly blessed. Happy Hanukkah, everybody. Happy Hanukkah. And so that's the story. Hanukkah could have been Passover, but it's a true story, and it happened at Hanukkah. But we look at our Seder tables, some of which continue to expand as we accumulate friends and relatives move closer, and some of them shrink as loved ones die and others move away. And we look at that Seder table, and it's filled with memories. It's filled with our sense of history. And it's precious, and it's good. And we're blessed. If Passover or Hanukkah or any of these joyous holidays teach us anything, it is not only that our health is the most important, but it's our sense of appreciation for those that we have in our life that too often we take for granted, that we need to embrace with all of our heart. Then truly will the joy of that holiday fill our hearts with unbridled joy and a new appreciation for those that we love. Shabbat Shalom. We rise for the Aleinu, 586.
Alleluia. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
598 is our Kaddish prayer. We think of those who have died in recent days. Maxine Marcus, Jeff Syshon, Ron Sirota, Sherry Penniman, Stanley Young, Rita Moses Malkin, Raquel Gassman, Jean Tobman, Lois Weinberg, Barry Edwards, Claire Brotman. Those whose yortzites are remembered: Esther Alter, Mortimer Axenfeld, Francis Bellinson, Rebecca Ball, Tony Bernay, Lillian Bernstein, Lillian Eisner, Sarah Fainblit, Jean Gollard, Jose Gonzalez, David Gordon, Margaret Gottlieb, Belle Greenspun, Dr. Jack Hirsch, Faye Hollander, Edwin Horlick, Gustav Kahn, Samuel Kaplan, Solomon Kofsky, Jack Liebling, Marty Mells, Arnold Miller, Bessie Miller, Betty Miller, Julius Moll, Jean Myers, Hermione Nash, David Nyman, Marion Polinsky, Frank Portner, Natalie Shaw, Loretta Waltman, Fanny Warschauer, Harold Wine, Eleanor Wolf, Sophie Wolfson, and David Wright. If you'd like to recall the name of someone who was not mentioned for Kaddish or Yortzeit, please stand and say their name. Thank you. Thank you. 598, we rise to recite our Kaddish prayer. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, v'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayedechol beit Yisrael, v'agalav izman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam omei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekusha b'richu, Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, dami ram bialma v'yamru, amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shamai v'chaim, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru, amen. Osei shalom b'mramav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to which we say, amen. May be seated. Dell made some beautiful announcements. Just a reminder, next weekend when we host our scholar in residence, it's also Teacher Appreciation Shabbat, and we're going to be holding services at 6:15. So don't come at 7, 6:15. There's a dinner beforehand for the teachers, then services at 6:15, and the scholar will give some tidbits during services, but then during the oneg, he will also give another presentation for those who want to. Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and Saturday evening. So there'll be a full schedule. Musar is something from the 1800s that has been revived as people want to find spirituality. Well, guess what? We've had it, and this literature and focus of mindfulness is very much entrenched in part of Jewish tradition. So don't tell me, Rabbi, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, and not come to this scholar in residence, because then I don't know what to tell you. I've already told people, you don't believe in organized religion, come here, we're disorganized, and that hasn't worked. So if you want disorganized, you want spiritual, next weekend, I want you to come, all right? Lastly, Sunday night, 5 o'clock, Temple Sinai, it's their turn to host Yom HaShoah. It's at 5 o'clock. But if you have teens, there is a teen component where they meet with the survivors. I don't remember the exact time. I'm almost positive it's at 3:30. So these survivors, sadly, are not with us that many more years. So it's very, very important to expose your students to them so that they can bear witness. When people say it did not happen, they can say, I met someone. They were in the war. And if they're teenagers, they're 16, they live another 80 years, they'll have another 80 years of bearing witness to that tragic event, talking to someone who was firsthand there. So please support Yom HaShoah and make sure if you know teenagers to bring them to Temple Sinai. We have our Kiddush in Motzi, so I see some students from Hebrew school, religious school, come on up. Don't be bashful. I know you want more matzah. Come on, kids. You're just dying to fill up with matzah. Come on. I'll tell you what, if you have a little matzah today, you can have some bread tomorrow. Didn't Wimpy say that? Something like that. Anyone who has a birthday in the month of April, come on up. April birthdays. No April, I don't believe you. I know we have April birthdays. That's a popular month. Yeah, Dell is. Who would think an accountant would have a birthday of April 15th, but Dell does.
I know someone getting married next year on April 15th.
You do?
My nephew.
All right. Well, if he was here, we'd invite him up. Let's join together in the Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari ragafen. Amen. L'chaim. I have found the Afikomen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Special thank you to Ricky Reinhardt and to Maxine Molinsky for leading us in worship and beautiful song. We're very grateful to you both. As I mentioned, I'll be around just for a little bit, but then I have to scoot to join Cantor over at Temple Sinai. We're doing double duty, and we'll see how it works out. I think it should be nice. We're going to be hosting Shabbat After Dark the next time. So let's all rise and join together in our final song, which is Ein Keloheinu. All right, 626.
Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadoneinu, Ein Kelmakenu, Ein Kamoshienu, Mi Keloheinu, Mi Kadoneinu, Mi Kalmakenu, Mi Kamoshienu, No Del Eloheinu, No Del Adonenu, No Del Malkeinu, No Del Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Good Shabbos.